Namaste and good evening, everybody. I was going to let people know that are on this channel that, some of the videos, the more murder mystery ones and some of the afterlife ones, I have put on private, and I have a few of them I deleted. Um, Especially Shanann Watts, okay, whatever energy is surrounding that, people are just going nuts. And I've gotten the most wicked comments flowing really constantly in relation to those videos, especially those, but there are some others too. It doesn't matter really. And it just feels like you give from your heart and put out there what you're connecting with this energy. And the responses really have been very, very abusive. And they're it's continuous. I've gotten a lot of very appreciative comments, and I have let people know how grateful I am for those. And I know when you put out something different or more unusual, it goes against the grain of whatever conditionings people have within them. But there's a point too where you just feel like the abuse is over the top, and it's really gotten that way now. I need to let you know that. All right. So in terms of Shanann Watts, possibly when whatever clears with this, I may put those out again. Um, but right now, no. It's not worth it. I mean, for me, I don't get any gain from it at all. The hope was that others would, and some have, I believe. But also, a few times I have asked for. A lot of people request their personal readings, or could you do a reading on a dead loved one, or this and that. And then I have, brought out my email, and, that hasn't been taken advantage of much, which again is fine. But there's been a few that I have answered, in fact, several, and I haven't even gotten a thank you. Several of them I have. So I'm not dismissing that, but, at least half. And then another that I answered, she was actually very didn't like the response. And so then that came back. And, it's not worth it to me because I am not gaining anything from it. This is really for others. But I just want to let people know that those really aren't going to flow now. I'm not drawn easily to the murder mystery things anyway. Really it was more the afterlife, and people just are really really vicious around that. I'm sorry that there's an afterlife, and life goes on. Love continues to flower. Connections continue to flower. There's continued growth. Sorry, it's true, but it seems to not be what people, I'm a fraud, and that's just light when I say I'm a fraud. You have no idea some of the messages that have come through, and they're probably more than the appreciative, really. So for me, again, I'm just going to put that type of thing on hold right now, and go back more to the spiritual readings as there's a heart pull to it, because those don't get near the attention, okay, and that's fine, and those are much more neutral or in line with those that have that mindset or are there in that space, really appreciate it. But otherwise, in terms of this negative flow of energy, it doesn't come there. And it's not like that's something that you need to run away from. But, really, you look at the tipping of it, I just wonder too, like I say, maybe half or, 30-40% may be appreciative, but the others are just getting their minds twisted in knots around it. So I don't even know if it's really of benefit to others. And that's really all I can say. So what's up there right now will probably stay up if people want to come and look at those and appreciate them or enjoy them, if it feels like those are working okay. But as far as that goes right now, I can't say if that will if that's something, a trend that's going to be followed here anymore. I'll be honest with you. So please, people, I just want to put out there, don't ask me to do readings on that. Don't ask me to do readings on a really dark murder thing anymore. Please don't ask me to do a reading on, a dead loved one or something right now, because people seem to be horrified that I've requested go to my email for this and give $25 minimum donation, because it takes a while to get their picture, to get a little info, to set it up. I want to make it nice for them, put it on unlisted. People seem to be just in horror around that, and have not, so, and I'm just not going to keep, I've answered a lot of things there, just, written them out and everything else. And, um, and that's all really that I can say. I really have done all that I can give there right now. And so, if people want to, they have my email if there's something there that they really do choosing to, like I say, the minimum 25 donation. Otherwise, right now, it's just going to be more around, as I said, some of the spiritual readings. I just put one out about Shiva, which seemed to resonate nicely for people. And, and so just maybe some of that, some different energy things. But that's really, keep it more in line with what seems to be resonating mostly for people. And then there are still some afterlife reading ones on here if people want to look at them. But I'm just going to really ask people again, please, please, please don't ask me to do any dark murder readings anymore. In fact, one person was kind of rude in one sense, and then they ask for something in the other, and then they get it and they get rude, and it really seems like it's going against the grain more than it is benefiting right now. That's really the reality of it. Otherwise, I would plow through it, but that's where that stands right now. And so again, thank you for those that have come on and have been supportive, and I wish all well on their journey. And I hope that whatever has been gotten here in that regard has been helpful. And I know some have said they're soothed by it and different things, and that feels good, and I'm glad for that. And I wish all well. Have a great evening. Bye-bye now.